Welcome back to Take It From the Top. Today is Tuesday, February 13th.
Let's go.
My name is Eric Reel. I am this week's special guest.
Let's go.
That was too smooth.
That was too smooth. Too good.
I promise I've never done this before.
No, definitely not.
Never.
Listen, this is gonna be good. We missed a whole lot of news, but that's Super Bowl. All right.
Crazy.
We're looking at the screen now. Where those two hugging, Kelsey and Swift. And it's already.
It's too much.
Is anybody surprised that there was no proposal?
No.
Are we
Okay.
surprised as fans that
Too
it actually
soon.
happened? Like,
The Chiefs won.
yeah, if you just tell someone, like a normal person that doesn't watch sports, that the team that had Taylor Swift on the team,
No.
like, did we complicate it?
No.
No,
I don't think so.
We thought we just had hope, like we knew our
Yeah.
stuff, kind of
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
Okay. So, before we go into that, because that's gonna be a whole lot of ranting.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some news, some notes, and a little bit of knowledge, which we don't really have the knowledge part.
Of course.
I just throw it in there. But for this week of news, we have the Vikings. They want Kirk Cousins on the team next year. So, what do we think? If the Vikings have right now the 11th spot in the draft,
Take it.
That's crazy. So I heard Colin Cowherd said something crazy this week that the Patriots should go after Justin Jefferson and swap first round picks,
I like this guy.
which would mean that the Vikings would move up to 3
Okay.
in the draft, which would be crazy because then they could get one of the top 3 quarterbacks. Which,
Yeah.
if that's the case, then maybe Cousins is gone.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like that's a crazy idea. I feel
Yeah.
like they'll stand pat at 11 and keep Cousins as long as he's not going to cost them like $55 million a
Yeah,
year.
that's true.
Yeah. Here's the thing though is Justin Jefferson said before he signs his long-term deal, he wants to know what the plan at quarterback is.
Yeah.
So
Kirk Cousins won't win him a Super Bowl.
he's not. No, you're not. You're gonna get yours. He's gonna.
Yeah.
JJ's gonna get his with Kirk Cousins. Maybe not with a rookie, right?
Mhm.
But when it comes down to it, are we talking multiple firsts to get up to the, like? Can we trade down? Like, it's not gonna be a.
No, it would have been. I think Colin said at least like two firsts, like this year, like a pick swap this year and at least one more.
Listen,
But to get Justin Jefferson,
at 25, sure. We would ruin his career, but like, dude, it'd be.
yeah, because Mac Jones would still be the
Yeah.
quarterback.
Yeah.
Hold on. Mac Jones is supposed to be gone this year. That's
Yeah.
what they've been saying.
Yeah, if
So
they draft,
maybe-
if they keep the third pick,
Yeah.
which I think
Listen,
they will.
I don't care who's there at 11. We're drafting.
But they could even draft a quarterback at 11. JJ McCarthy's probably there.
Whoa, we're not drafting no McCarthy here.
Ain't no way.
No?
No, we can't do it. Look, he's not Tom Brady. We're not going to go through this
Ain't no
20-year
way.
cycle again. I've had
Ain't
a
no
lot
way.
of delusion in the last few days, thinking he looks like him.
Oh, stop.
But now,
No. Did you hear Harbaugh's crazy thing that he said JJ McCarthy should be the top quarterback taken?
Yeah.
listen, you could say that now, however you want when you're making that much money with the Chargers. You can say whatever you want now.
Because there's no way that he gets drafted over Caleb
No.
Williams in any world.
Oh no,
No.
And I don't think there's a world where he goes above Drake May or Jane Daniels. So
No,
Yeah.
probably not. I'm not sold on Drake May though.
they have J.J. McCarthy right now at 12 going to the Broncos.
That's way
What?
too high.
12?
The
That's
Broncos
way
would
too
be
high.
more stupid to draft JJ McCarthy than they were
Yeah.
trading for Russell Wilson.
Listen, they don't care over. I think they really don't believe in like any type of value over there.
You remember when they drafted Paxton Lynch? Like they
That
thought
hurts
he
me,
was.
and I'm not even
Yeah.
a Broncos fan.
They
Yeah.
thought he was gonna be something,
For
and
real.
I don't even know if he played 10 snaps.
It's called Mile High City for a reason.
Must be.
So, all right, let's move on here. The Jets said,
Oh, boy.
or they posted
Oh, boy.
that they're getting new jerseys.
Yeah.
Take it away.
I mean, I like the jerseys we had now, though.
I do too.
I thought they were clean, and like we
Didn't
just
they just change
yeah,
them
exactly.
like
I was about to say
within
we
the last
just
5
reworked
years?
them.
It was that Sam Darnold year, right? You
I think we reworked them after that.
It's been recent.
Yeah, like I want to say it's within the past like 2-3 seasons that we've reworked them.
So what are they reworking though?
I think it's going to be a different shade of green and then a black.
I don't like that.
I don't like it
I
either.
think that's what I saw the rumor mill, but
I might be in that 1%, but like the ones that you guys had 6 years ago, like the Mark Sanchez,
yeah.
I liked those. I don't like
Those
the
were
ones we
just
have now.
standard classic.
Yeah.
Just standard.
They've updated them a little bit to go with more modern.
Yeah.
For sure.
I don't know what they're gonna do to change them to be better.
I know, yeah.
I've seen some mocks of them, and it looks just like what they got now.
Is it?
Yeah, but they call them throw. Like I don't understand.
Oh, they're like trying to like the throwback.
To like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I think you guys are focusing on the wrong things right now. I'm not gonna lie to you, Matt.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
gonna
know.
lie to you.
And it's never looking good in New York.
Maybe Rogers proposed that. And they're like, you know what? You're right.
We just got to change up the jerseys and make
Whatever
bring
Aaron
something.
says,
Hello.
dude. So, okay, let's go. We got this piece of news earlier today, or maybe yesterday. The Steelers are now the favorites to trade for Justin Fields right now. The
I
Steelers.
didn't hear that.
So they jumped in front of the Bears, which the Steelers at minus 125 now for odds, and the Bears are at plus 200.
Are the Falcons in there still?
The Falcons are in there. I think they're the third team
They're the third
behind
team.
the Bears. I like him going to the Falcons.
So
personally.
I've also heard rumors that Caleb Williams doesn't want to go to Chicago.
Yeah.
Do we see a Phillip Rivers? It would be crazy for somebody to do that today.
Yeah,
I don't think it'll happen because he's gonna get paid.
yeah.
But who knows?
I mean, dude, honestly, if I'm the Bears right now, I know this might sound dumb, but I'm drafting Caleb and keeping Justin Fields because Caleb might not play, dude. Like, do we think there's a world where he just sits and like does not decide to play football until he gets what he wants?
Caleb or Justin? Yeah.
Caleb's yeah. Justin's just like, I just want to play football. I just want to start.
So here's the thing: Justin Fields, okay quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good runner.
We're on two different sides. Here.
Okay quarterback. He's not going to win you anything. He might lose you more games than he wins you.
Okay. But if you're using Brock Purdy's shoes right now,
He's
No.
Thank you.
Because
Okay.
Brock
See,
Purdy is
I'm
more.
glad we have Eric
I
here.
know Brock Purdy isn't like the best quarterback out there, but he's also more than a game manager, in my opinion, at this point. Because he can win you a game or two. I don't think Justin Fields is going to win you a playoff game
No.
on his own. On his own.
oh yeah.
With a good team around him, yeah, he's got to have the right pieces. I think the Bears would be stupid not to trade down because this year Caleb Williams, far and away #1 quarterback.
Yeah.
They could get so much value with that first overall pick, even to go down to like 4 or 5, and then still have a good high draft pick. Plus, they have 2 top 10 picks this year.
Yeah. No, it's true.
So why would you not trade down? Stack up a couple firsts for maybe next year. Get some capital. Get some players with it. And build around Justin Fields, because there's way more need than Caleb. If they draft Caleb Williams, they're gonna go maybe 5 and 12.
Here's the thing: if we see the Cardinals and the Chargers, that's the 4 and 5 spot right now. Both of those guys don't need quarterbacks, but the jump from there to the next quarterback is 12 with the Broncos. I don't see them dropping out of like the most teams. The teams I could see them most likely trading with is the Commanders, maybe the Giants, maybe the Falcons. Except for that, like I can't see them dropping from 1 to 11 or 12.
So I could see the Commanders going up,
Yeah.
Okay.
paying way too much to get that first overall
Someone's
pick
gonna
for
do
Caleb
it.
Williams, because Cliff Kingsbury is now the offensive coordinator in Washington. He was his offensive coordinator at USC for a year. So there's some connection there. Plus, Caleb Williams is from the D.C. area. There's a connection there.
So you said Cliff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's a fraud too.
I think, yeah.
I think
he's a great
I don't know
coach.
how he got another job, dude. To be honest with
Nah,
you,
he should stay in college.
because here's my thing. I think we talked about it on one episode. K1 season with his Heisman and Caleb's Heisman year, right? They can't get any closer together, like performance-wise. If Cliff ruined, like I wouldn't say ruined K1, but definitely put a ceiling on that offense.
Yeah, well, his offense was never styled for the NFL.
Who was it?
Cliff's.
Oh,
Cliffs, yeah.
Yeah, so that didn't help Kyler in his first year, or one of his first years.
Interesting. I'm just saying, bad take from the Commanders. They just keep looking.
But
bad.
if they trade up for the first overall pick, they'd actually be a little stupid because they'd have to give up too much, and they need to rebuild. There's more than just a quarterback that they need too, and they did trade away their 2 best defensive linemen at the deadline.
yeah, and one of them to the Bears. So I
Yeah.
mean,
Exactly.
this might just be the Washington Bears, or like the Chicago Commanders, like just two
Maybe.
teams be like, hey, if one of us make it to the playoffs this year, it's like team up here, like try something new. No one's thought about that. And doesn't Magic Johnson run the Commanders? What, isn't he a part owner? I'm pretty sure he is.
No idea about that.
I'm pretty sure he is.
I know he's like a part owner of some team. I don't remember
I
which.
figured it'd be LA though. No.
No, it's not LA.
I think it is the Washington Commanders, but he definitely has no idea what football is. So
Oh no.
I'm gonna move on while you look that up. Cowboys hired
Yeah,
Mike
he's
Zimmer.
a co-owner as of
Is he?
last summer.
Man.
After he's part of the group that bought Dan Snyder's Commanders.
Man. Yeah, okay. So the Cowboys, they just hired Mike Zimmer, the former Vikings defensive coordinator, as their defensive coordinator. Let's just think about this. Let's think about this for a second. I don't think the Cowboys do anything right.
Because why do they keep hiring old NFL coaches to be their coordinators?
Why is Dak their okay, I'm
Okay.
I'm done.
I mean, we could go there.
We can go there.
because
CD, get out, dude.
Yeah, CD is their best player.
Get out.
Micah Parsons is a hothead.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But
He's a good player, but too much
Okay.
of an attitude.
if he said,
But Dak, no,
Mhm.
terrible.
here's my thing.
He's a great regular season quarterback. Put up all the numbers.
Right now, the Cowboys say we want a first rounder and Hassan Reddick, and we'll give you Micah Parsons.
No.
What?
No.
Dude, I'm telling you, Philly's delusional.
No way. I'm 100%.
Did you hear
taking
Hassan
that.
Reddick denied his trade request
He
today?
did deny. What do you think? Is that?
I don't know. I feel like Philly's a little bit in shambles. But I don't know. Hassan Reddick's good, but their whole defensive line just like flopped this year. So I don't know if that's a coordinator issue, a coaching issue, or
Yeah.
if that's actually like performance. Because they went from like top of the league in sacks to like 25th in
Yeah.
the league
Yeah.
in sacks.
No,
So
it was
you don't drop off that much just on coaching or just
For
on
sure.
talent. There's
Yeah.
something going on. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Hassan Reddick's got talent. He's in a contract year now.
Oh, for sure. And we've been talking about fire everybody when it comes to the OC and the DC. Fire those two. Give Sirianni one more year, and be like, if you don't figure it out here,
So
you're
they,
to the curb.
they
too.
basically stripped his coaching duties except for being a head coach.
Yeah.
Like he's not doing anything like specialty the offense or defense. He's basically just like a manager of a team, not even like involved with one more than the other. Because
So
he was really involved with the offense. He was calling plays actually up until even with Shane Steichen, he was calling plays. And even with Brian Johnson, he was technically calling plays some of the time, but they basically told him like no, like that was part of the plan to keep him was
Yeah.
he's got to hire offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator to call the plays.
It just sounds like to me he has the best seats in the house. As a fan,
But I've also heard that from a
he's
couple
their number one fan.
I've also heard from a couple Eagles players that they think that he might be the greatest, like one of the greatest coaches from a like a locker room standpoint, like interacting with the players,
Yeah.
like motivational type.
They need a motivational guy.
No,
I'm gonna call Philly.
Bye.
I just have to motivate them and go out and just stand there.
well, obviously that didn't work the last 6 weeks.
Listen, that was a hot Baker. All right.
They were never going to win that playoff
If
game.
you were in Baker's way, you were in his way. So, I got one more piece of football news, and I got some MLB news real quick because that's coming up in we got about a month of this, right? Month and a half? Okay.
It's actually late March this year. Opening week.
We're right there, right around the corner. Just survive these next
6 weeks.
That's it. It might be really depressing, but we'll get through it. We'll watch a lot of March Madness is coming up.
Hockey.
Oh, we're good. Never mind.
We're cooling. We're cool.
Okay. Anthony Richardson has been cleared to throw, which is good news. He's also 2 months ahead of his schedule
2 months.
for recovery time. So the dude definitely wants it. That team, I really think, is going to be gross in these next 2 or 3 years. Honestly, the AFC South went Yes, the
Yeah.
AFC South went from absolute garbage for the last 10. Can we say 10 years? Minus the Jags team.
10?
Can we? The Jags made it one time
Okay.
to the playoffs, like a deep run.
Trying to think of when Peyton Manning left the Colts.
It was like, what, 2012?
Yeah.
Was it that long ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, because 2013 he was on the Broncos
That's
for sure.
true. Yeah, so it's probably been 10 years then.
Man, that's tough.
Because the Texans have been down.
The Texans like had Deshaun, and like they
Okay,
had like
the-
a few
but,
years,
but they were
there was, like, a bunch
never
of wild card,
Yeah.
wild card exits.
Again, they were like a game or two above 500 win the division.
Do you guys remember when the Titans had the number 1 seed a few
Yeah,
years
because
ago?
That was
that
crazy.
was Derrick Henry's like 2000, right?
Yeah, but that
For
was
sure.
That was recent. That was with Tannehill too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was such a fluke year.
Same with the
Yeah,
Jags.
I mean,
Same with the
Derrick
Jags
Henry
that
was
one year. Who did
200.
they have? Blake Bortles at quarterback,
Blake
Yeah, that's true.
Bortles.
and they went like 12-5 or 12-4.
They had Jalen Ramsey, and that's about it.
Yeah.
That's all I
Yeah.
remember. That's all
I was
remember
like,
from
how
the
did
team.
how did they get that high of a seed and get a home playoff game?
Okay.
But no, the Colts they might be good the next couple
Colts,
years.
Texans.
CJ Stroud.
Jags.
I'm not totally sold on AR-15, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, he needs a full season before I'm sold too. He
just-
was a
he's-
project coming out of college, but he's got the talent, he's got the will to do it. He's just got to put it all together.
Yeah.
He didn't play that much in college.
No, he
No.
He didn't
but
even play.
also
I don't even
he-
think he played the equivalent of a season.
I just
I don't
remember
think
he
so.
got hurt beginning of the year, and he was like, I have to slow it down, and I have to just be able to, get the ball away or play safe or just slide. Next game, he's putting his shoulder down. I'm like, because even Trevor Lawrence was like, hey, man,
Yeah, first game.
be safe. And
He
was like,
first
he's
game.
like,
Gotcha.
I got you.
But no.
Next game,
Yeah. He's like trying
out.
to hurdle someone.
Yeah, and I'm like, this kid he learned
Yeah.
the hard way. Hopefully, this means that he's learning.
Hopefully.
But if he don't, dude, this is just another Andrew Luck situation. Like
Andrew Luck, I can potentially see Cam more than Andrew
yeah.
Luck
more
for sure.
Cam.
Yeah, like
'Cause
I
of the
think like
running
one
style.
MVP season where they get like 16-0, and then
Yeah, that's true. But I just heard Cam so much when it comes to Anthony Richardson that I'm like,
yeah,
You're over
Who
it.
so
else?
much super
Yeah.
Cam
Yeah.
action
Comparisons.
comparisons. Yeah,
Cam.
I agree
But
with that.
also, while we're in the AFC South, the Jaguars collapsed 2 years in a row. What's going on? They got to figure
Yeah.
something out too.
Have they made any coaching changes or not?
Not
No.
not big, not any
they
big
got
ones.
Doug, right? They got
Yeah, Doug Peterson. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Jags
It'd
are
be
right in the middle of
interesting.
that draft too. 17. Ugly.
Oh, and they got. I think Ridley's a free agent. Calvin Ridley.
that was such a
but-
bust year.
I think he was up and down, not consistent.
Yeah.
Do we think Trevor Lawrence is just not good, or hold on, or did they have too many weapons? Because I really believe in too many weapons could be an actual problem.
Well, I think part of the problem was it Christian Kirk or Evan Ingram? One of them got hurt like mid-season,
was Christian Kirk.
and
Yeah.
that's when that started their downfall. I think it was
Yeah.
Christian Kirk. Yeah.
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 Because so I don't know if he relied too much on Christian Kirk and just like fit everybody else in when he was
Yeah.
playing,
Yeah.
and then after he was out, just couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
And the only guy I trust in that offense is probably Etienne. Trevor Etienne.
Yeah. He
Or
played.
Travis Etienne, sorry.
He played
Travis.
I'm
phenomenal.
not going to talk about Trevor. Trevor, you're wrong.
I know he
You're
left our
wrong.
Florida Gators.
You went.
He
but-
left.
I don't
He
care,
left the
I don't care if he
Florida
goes to
Gators.
Florida. That's fine. You went to Georgia.
Georgia.
Yikes.
That's shame.
But how crazy was
Shame.
it that?
He's gonna go put off a second Heisman.
Oh,
here.
I know.
Watch
That's
this.
why I'm pissed off.
Watch
That's
this.
the only
He
reason why I
probably will.
care.
How crazy was it that Jacksonville was able to draft both Lawrence and Etienne in the same draft from the same college? That's crazy.
That
me.
is crazy.
Because they were
Yeah.
college teammates all 3 years they were in college.
Yep.
Was that the same year as Najee?
I don't remember.
I feel like
It was 2 years ago.
Really?
Because this was
maybe
Etienne's
not.
second year. Or no, wait, was it his third? He was hurt his first year.
I think this is his
third.
third. I
His
think it was
third,
his
yeah.
third.
So it might be
Um,
the same as Najee.
Yeah, but
Man.
okay. We'll move off for a second, just for because I got a few things here.
Okay.
Corey Kluber retires. That's
Yeah.
sad. I mean, we
Yeah.
basically signed him on the Red Sox. Then he retires. I feel like we're just gonna.
Wait, did they actually just sign him this year?
They signed him last year,
No, last year.
and then he retires on us.
Well, he was up and down in his later years. Still throw a new hitter with the Yankees.
So. Yes, but I feel like that's dirty. Like if a guy's he's gonna be like, listen. Here, I'll sign this. Hey, I retired. That's how I felt.
Yeah.
That's how I
Yeah.
felt
No,
there. And I'm
I
like,
get
all
it.
right. I wish we had like a little contract, like a little term at the bottom. I
Yeah.
was like, if you retire, you're not getting most of this money.
Yeah.
But they're gonna have to pay him
But
the
they're
whole
definitely
salary,
gonna pay him.
Yeah.
or
He
most of
definitely
it,
just-
or
He getting a bag.
You know, he's a Yankee for life now, just because of that. He was
because
like,
of the no.
He was taking one for the team, bro.
Yeah.
played for the no hitter for them, take down the Red Sox, retire, think they're up.
Yeah.
W.
down.
W.
They're not.
Hey man, he's on it right now. But I just saw that Jorge Soler signs with the Giants for a 3-year deal.
How much was it? I
I-
saw he signed. I didn't see how much.
They didn't show how much yet, but I do know they got Jock Peterson and Jorge Soler.
That's two heavy hitting outfielders that can't hit for average
Yeah.
or field.
Yeah, they don't care about none of that. They want to see the ball go in McCovey Cove, and if it's not in there, you're out.
But also the
You're out
Giants
the
are
ball.
just desperate because they've missed out on so many big free agents the last couple years.
True. They're just having withdrawals. That's all it is right now.
Yeah.
But the last piece of MLB news is that Jurickson Profar also agreed to a 1-year deal with the Padres. The Padres, they're the frauds of the MLB. Can I say that now?
100%. Yeah.
I can say that now.
Because you
Yeah,
have
okay.
that much talent on your roster for 2
It's
years in a row,
unbelievable.
and you don't break 500
Yeah, it's kind of like
the last
the
year.
Yankees.
Yeah, the Yankees have been subpar,
Yeah.
I mean,
but
imagine having Juan
we'll get
Soto and then
Juan Soto will rake in Yankee Stadium this year.
a 2-year-old can rake in New York. In New York, all right? And I don't care which stadium it is. It could be the Mets. It could be the Yankees. It could be... What other teams they got in New York City? Isn't there?
No,
No.
there's only two.
Wait, we don't have a team. Oh no, I'm thinking minor league. I'm thinking minor league. I
Don't do
definitely
that.
was thinking Syracuse Mets for a second. Mets. Okay, New York Mets, Syracuse Mets. What's the difference? All right, let's just call it what it is. You got any news here?
I
Or-
got no NBA news, bro.
No NBA
It is light right now.
Okay.
Trade deadline was a bust last week.
Yeah.
That was garbage. Do we have any favorites for the finals right now in MVP talk? Embiid's not going to
Oh.
get MVP.
Oh.
So they just changed the rule this year for MVP, right? They have to
They
play
did.
like
Yeah,
65
it's all
games or
awards.
something.
Yeah, all awards have
Mhm.
to play 65 games.
Which I think is good, but I forget. It might have been Embiid was like on like right on the line, or maybe it was Giannis was like right on the line of making like he could only lose or miss like 4 games
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a month ago already.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, well, that's what it was because Embiid ended up getting injured for like not the rest of the season. It's still up in the air, but everybody's like, "Oh, he would have just sat out if the 65 rule like wasn't in place." But in my opinion, like if my guy's not playing 65 games, like he shouldn't be in the conversation anyway.
Right.
So
He has been dominant though when he's
yeah,
been out
100%. Yeah,
there. SGA is gonna probably win MVP.
Yeah, that's
if
my
he can
prediction.
Keep it up.
Did we just see the new odds?
No.
Jokic at minus 200.
What's
Yeah,
Jokic?
it
What's his
tipped me
numbers
off,
though?
bruh.
What's his
350?
numbers?
well, he's not even top 5 in scoring, bro.
Is he over
It's
30 a
unbelievable.
game?
No,
If he's not over 30 a game, then don't even talk about it.
Yeah.
He shouldn't even be talked about.
that's what I'm saying. It's unbelievable.
No, it is, and especially where the Thunder
Because
at right
SGA
now.
is what like 34? Is he up that high still?
Lukic is 34. SGA is
Luka?
at 31.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
only at 31.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Only
so those
31.
two should be up at the top now that Embiid's done.
Yeah, Jokic is 12th, by the way, at 26
In
points a
scoring?
game. Yeah.
Do we have any favorites
For the finals. A lot
Do
of
we
people
make
are
our
throwing around the
predictions
Celtics
Yeah, Celtics are looking dominant right now. They've by far
as
the
much
best
as
record.
as
I
much as
would
I don't want
agree.
to say that.
I can't with you.
Celtics are looking good. Knicks have been on the come up, but
Yeah.
I don't think they have a playoff run in them.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Even though I do like their OG Anunoby move, but
I hated that move at first, but it's growing
it's
on me.
it's working right now for sure. Just because he's so good at defense, but I hate to say it, but I do think the Clippers will make a run for sure.
Do you?
Yeah, they're
Where are
past, like,
they?
30 games.
Where are they in the
unbelievable.
top of the West? Who's the top of the West right now?
Pretty sure it's the Thunder, no?
Timberwolves,
Timberwolves.
Thunder, Clippers,
That's
top 3.
crazy.
Yeah,
Do we think the Thunder can make a run?
I was gonna say
I
right now.
I would love to see
Because
it.
that would be nuts.
Yeah, it's just they have nobody with playoff experience.
I know.
So that's like my only thing. But they did just trade for Gordon Hayward, so that's technically can be their veteran. That's like, all right, this is
Yeah,
how.
but
we,
I feel like
know
he's not.
exactly.
He doesn't have like any
Yeah,
playoff
exactly.
He
experience.
hasn't been in playoffs in a minute, so he might not know. He might not remember.
He broke his ankle like first game with y'all.
I didn't need that. Anyways, so this is what I want. I want Celtics and I want Thunder.
Wait, before we jump off this,
Yeah.
I saw somebody bet like $100 that the Rangers would win the World Series last fall. This was like a bet from like May of last year.
Yeah.
The Rangers would win the World Series, the
Yep.
Chiefs would win the Super Bowl, and the Thunder would win
Yeah.
the finals. It was a $100 bet that would pay out $1.7 million.
Yeah.
Here
I
it
did
is.
see it too.
But he could cash out right
It's
now
like
because he's hit
21,000,
two
right?
of the three for like 21,500.
Yeah, I
What do you
saw that.
What do you do?
Yeah, I'm cashing out too.
I would cash out.
I'm cashing out for sure.
I was telling Precious last night. I was like, I would cash that out right now. But if I was like a little bit more rich and didn't care, I'd be
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
send it,
Yeah,
keep it, because
100%.
Right.
why not?
Like,
Yeah, the 1.5.
But the
would be
Thunder,
cool.
of all people,
what's the problem with this?
Great pick, though.
What's the
by the
problem
way.
with this? Taking the 21K, putting 1,000 on the Thunder right now, just to see if you know what I mean, just
you
for
could,
giggles,
you
just for
could,
giggles.
but you're not gonna.
Yeah, it's
the
not going to
different.
turn
You're not
to
gonna.
1.5.
It might
It's
turn to
only-
100K, but it's not
Yeah.
gonna turn to.
Yeah, I mean, 100K is 100K.
That would still be nice. That would still be nice.
We're still up.
So if you were, so we'll have two predictions. We'll have the one that you want, right?
Oh,
And
I'm
the
with
one
you.
that if you were to put $100 on it right now, okay. So I have Celtics and Thunder as my want, but who do I really think is gonna be? I think it's gonna be the Bucks, and I think it's gonna be the Wolves.
Oh, nah,
Oh,
bro.
the Wolves are not
The
gonna. Get
Wolves
there.
Hold
not
on,
making it
I know
there.
they're frauds. They've been frauds for a minute now. You know what? Wait,
I
where's
love the
Suns at?
Bucks pick, though. I love the Bucks
I know,
pick.
but you know what I like? I like the Suns here. Am I crazy? Am I crazy?
No,
Do
they
click-
got so much
Do
talent.
they start clicking in playoff time?
They might.
No.
But I
Their
think
defense is not good.
I think
I didn't
for
say
that
defense.
for that to happen,
Don't worry about
Durant would
defense.
have to average 40.
Yeah, Durant's got average 40. Devin Booker got average 30, which is definitely doable. But
Yeah, it is.
I don't want to
but
say Bucks and
do they have
Nuggets.
enough
I don't want to
defense?
say Bucks and Nuggets.
that's my pick,
I don't want to say Bucks
and
and
that's
Nuggets.
100% what's gonna happen.
Honestly, give me Bucks and Clippers.
Honestly, the Bucks are a little bit of a train wreck right now with
they are.
firing their coach. Doc Rivers coming in, they lose 3 of 4 to start.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't know. They'll get it together.
yeah. I think
I want to see Dame win one.
exactly.
That'd be cool.
I need a Dame ring. I need it.
I also hate that he got traded. I wanted him to stay in Portland and get it, but Portland was never going to give him the pieces.
100%.
Okay. So we'll move back to football, right? Who do you hope the Eagles will be drafting in April this year? Who's
I
the
don't
one guy?
have like one guy. They need a linebacker or a safety. And if they do not draft one of those two in the first round, I will flip a table
You're
in
gonna
my
flip a
house. Yeah. At minimum flipping
Eagles
a
hear
table.
me out just for the giggles.
Draft a wide
punter.
draft a wide receiver.
Just straight punter. You know, I won't lie.
First round
Watching those
punter.
Eagles games though, with no linebackers, it looked like any running back could run for 100 yards.
Anybody. Any
Anybody.
week. I could probably go out there and run for 100 yards against that Eagles defense.
Listen, he's a free agent. So
Man, I really wanted to go play for the Niners the other night. They look like they needed that help, bro.
dude,
But they did lose N'Kobe Dean. He should be coming back off injury.
yep.
But I think he is a little undersized for an NFL linebacker. But he's got the talent. He can figure it out. They just need to put somebody else around him, and they need to stop getting hurt too.
Yeah. Do you miss C.J. Gardner-Johnson? Do you wish you would have paid him?
No.
He's standing on business with us.
No.
Really?
Standing on
Nothing.
business.
No, he's good. But it would have had to overpay him. They had some pieces that they thought were going to work out that didn't. I think Blankenship flopped more than people thought he was going. The Eagles were high on Reed Blankenship.
Yeah.
He got hurt too much, and I think he wasn't as good as the Eagles wanted him to be.
Mhm.
That was like what they were banking on when they let C.J. Gardner walk.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think they'll be fine.
So I'm looking at Tankathon here. This is my favorite website. So it's showing the draft right now. It's showing you guys at 22 having Kool-Aid McKinstry from Alabama, the corner.
That would be a good pick.
So
I know it's not. I think he plays safety too.
oh really?
I think he's a hybrid, like one of those hybrid guys.
So
But I don't like Alabama players, so
let's hear it. What's the hate for?
Yeah, let's hear the backstory.
I just didn't never like Nick Saban.
Okay.
They won too many times in a row. Then I became a Clemson fan too, and then they were kind of not rivals, but always competing against each other.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
So is James Bradbury, like, does he need to retire?
I don't know if he needs to retire, but the Eagles need to move on. I think they got to move on, as much as I hate to say it, because he was like my favorite Eagle for a little bit. Slay Jr. too. I think they just got to cut everybody in the back end and start over.
Really?
Maybe not everybody.
You want to move on from Big Play Slay?
No, I want to keep him, but
okay.
he fell off a ton this year.
For
And
sure.
Bradbury did. Bradbury did too, but Bradbury was never going to be the player he was a year ago.
Yeah.
That was like contract year. He's balling out. Got paid a little bit.
Fell off a little bit.
And he's getting older too.
Do you like Caleb Ringo?
Yeah, I liked him in college a lot.
Me too.
I thought that was a really good pick, especially I think it was like a 3rd or 4th rounder.
Yeah. It was a mayonnaise sandwich for quality. It was like just whatever at that point. I mean, at a certain point, I think at the end of the 2nd round, everything's free game. You can put it if you have a guy on your board that you think you like.
Send it.
He's projected like a 6th rounder. Give him a 3rd. Like, if you really believe in the talent, I think that's the point. Like, a few years ago when the Patriots drafted Cole Strange in the 1st round, that's when I was like, so we don't believe in anything. You know what I mean?
Was that the center?
Yeah.
Yeah.
From Chattanooga.
And then I was like, who are they drafting? I literally like looked at.
I think
like,
they put a
what?
bunch of names in a little
And
thing,
that's the one
and then
that
they pick
came
one
out.
out. Yeah, it doesn't matter who it is.
That's crazy.
But
No, Mel Kiper hasn't taken an offensive tackle from Oregon State. No. Stop it, Mel.
Oregon State. Oh, are we talking?
I think that's who the Jets are also predicted to pick an
What's his
OT
name?
from Oregon State.
Like, no. Stop it.
No,
I don't want to mispronounce it. Go to 10.
Yeah, I don't know how to.
Go to 10.
I'm not trying to say his name.
Oh, I'm not saying that.
Yeah, that's who we're expected to take.
Fuyaga.
It's a tough one.
Fuega?
You gotta try.
Fuaga.
No.
You're not trying it. You're just gonna leave us out.
Fuaga. That'd be my
Fuaga,
answer.
right?
Yeah.
All right,
Valid.
Cool. So we're talking all these sports, right? Who got you into sports?
Ooh. Probably my oldest brother.
Yeah.
I got 2 older brothers, 4 years older than me and 6 years older than me, and it's probably my oldest brother because my parents not really into sports. Actually, my mom is now. She's an Eagles fan, but that's because I was forcing her to watch it when I was a teenager. But no,
That's outrageous.
my brother for sure. He got me into playing baseball when I was like, as soon as I could walk, probably like 2.
Man.
Playing t-ball at like 4.
What a guy.
Actually, funny story about t-ball. I played one season and they moved me up because they didn't want me to play t-ball again because I was yelling at the other kids in the field. I got pissed off at the other kids.
Were you
playing
talking crap
t-ball.
in the dugout?
No, I was like,
Bro,
I
you
would
wanted
like yell at.
smoke, yeah.
I would like yell at them. I guess. Like my parents would be like, "You're yelling at the kid. You were yelling at the kids," because they didn't know what they were doing. They were like out in the grass picking dandelions, sitting in the grass, throwing the ball the wrong way. And I wanted to play baseball. I was out there to do it the right way.
Right.
I'm around 4-year-olds though, 5-year-olds that don't know what they're doing. And here I am, just I guess yelling at them. So I got moved up after the first year, but no, that's where it started, and then I don't know, fell in from there with football and everything else. Basketball has kind of been up and down, but also the Knicks haven't been good. Like as far as how much I pay attention to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's football and baseball, a little bit of hockey.
So, would you say you've been stressed about playing a sport since you started t-ball, yelling at kids? It just went from there, or
What do you mean?
You know, you're like screaming at kids, like from the time you're 3 to the time now. I mean, I don't think you've yelled at any of us, have you?
No, I'm not yelling at church softball.
You gave us a look. I think the look.
I'll give you looks.
I think the look is scary.
I will.
Yeah.
I will it's softball. I'm gonna internalize everything.
Uh-huh.
Because I also know that some of the people that we play with and play against have never played or have very little experience.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna go hard on them.
Has anyone ever pushed your buttons to a point where you almost did something in that league?
In that league, ooh. Probably a few of the opposing teams.
Yeah.
I can't pinpoint like
Yeah.
one.
We
one
won't
moment.
say names, but
But there's
He's got specific memories of plays, bruh, that he's like
Do you?
achieving violence. Yes, it's unbelievable.
I mean, I have one of the pitchers. Remember that lefty pitcher that like gets like really pissed off all the time? Like,
oh, the old head, yeah.
yeah. I can't remember who he plays. They're all old. No, I can't remember. I can't remember who he
targets on their
plays
back,
with now
bruh.
but he's changed teams. But the first year that I played, he he would like he was actually throwing pretty hard back then, and he would like throw inside all the time, and I made him pissed off because I stood like on the plate and he hit me like twice, and then he was like yelling at the ump like, you can't stand that close to the plate, like you're leaning over the strike zone, it's a strike. And I was like, no. But I love getting in people's heads like that too.
That's the bet. So we played probably 2 years ago, and someone threw a little one, but I was up in the box, and it hit like my pinky toe probably on my foot.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, I got hit. I'd like to go to first. I was joking. And the pitcher was like, all right, let's like keep pitching. The ump sent me to first.
I don't remember
I was a little
that.
pissed off about it.
But yeah, that will get the other pitchers like fired up.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
sure.
take something so petty.
Yeah.
Like, you could obviously go hit one and run around the bases. But
Yeah.
one that it's like, oh, man, I got hit. I'm not on a streak today. I got to make sure that I get my on-base percentage up.
Yeah, hey,
Okay. So, okay, so for the people that don't know, you tore your ACL.
Yeah, this is probably my low in
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Maybe not life, but
But we've seen the recovery, the bounce back. I think you're running faster than before. I think now. I could say, because there was one point where I think I looked at him or I looked at Ethan when you were running around the bases. Oh, you know what? It was probably Brody. Shout out to Brody. Take it back. So,
take it
so you were running around the bases, and I was like, that guy's moving fast right now, like cruising.
Yeah,
you know?
I did feel good at the end of last year. Finally, it felt like it was, more back to normal. Still wearing the brace. Maybe, might lose that this year. We'll see.
Yeah.
But I also got to get back in the gym.
I mean,
lose some of the pounds I gained.
Oh, I do too. But hear me out. Hear me out.
For real.
Hey. Y'all got that. So, what do you think you have any limitations now? That
I think it's more in my mind.
Yeah, for sure.
But I
It's all mental.
also can like feel weird things going on in my knee.
Can
Really?
Like sometimes when I'm just on the couch and I'm like in a weird position, I like feel it like crackle a little bit, and I'm like, is that normal?
Yeah.
But it doesn't like hurt.
Yeah.
I also still have like a weird feeling like my nerve endings didn't come back like right next to the scar. So like if somebody just like touches it or like brushes it, it just feels weird. Like still, and it's been this summer will be 3 years?
Yeah.
Has it been 3 years already?
It's been 3
Man.
years.
Damn. Time
Yeah.
flies when you're having fun, right?
Oh yeah. That day was like,
That was a 110-degree day.
Yeah.
And literally Precious was like, don't go. Like, you shouldn't play this game. It's not worth it. I was like, no, if we're playing, we're playing. Like, I'm in it.
yeah, we're there.
And that was a good game, too. We ended up
was.
winning
It
somehow. That was a close one.
It was a close one.
I remember I almost went yard, a grand slam into the trees the inning before. And then I still had a good hit.
Yeah, this guy is a stud. So basically what happened was he kicked me out of the infield, and now me and him are both the outfield.
No, I didn't
now.
kick you out of the infield. You just came after I did. So
He
I had
100%
already
kicked you out,
solidified.
man.
I had already solidified shortstop.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Yeah, he was
That
here
was
before
the-
you showed up, bro.
well, here's the thing. I showed up, and I started playing third, and I was like kind of getting into it. And then he went down, and they put me at short. And it's like, it's the same.
it's night and day, though.
It's night and day, but it's the same side of the field, and you think,
Right.
okay. But then I forgot I have responsibility with
Yeah.
like other things where I have to tell guys to move in that third base. Dude, I want like if I could
Just sitting there doing nothing.
Taking a
just
straight
wait,
shot.
like,
Yeah.
not have to do nothing. There's no holding runners on. There's nothing. So then I moved out there, and now I have to ask you, like, because I'll tell the guys to move, or
Yeah.
we'll communicate through stuff like that. But then it's like some guys that we'll play with, they're like, "What do you think?" And I'll be like, "Talk to that guy," and I'll point to you.
Yeah.
And that's why sometimes they'll try to talk to you.
Yeah.
It's because they're trying to get where you think. Because I don't have time to talk to like 3 different people, dude.
You do. You just don't want to.
I don't want to. No, I really don't want to.
All right.
When
Yeah,
I'm,
there it is.
When
There
I'm
it is.
when I'm having tomfoolery going on, okay, most of the time, because you have to have it.
You have to.
When I'm out there, it's a depressing time out there unless you get the guys. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you have to have a good group of guys out there.
You have to have a good
Yeah.
group of guys.
Otherwise, it can suck.
It can. You're playing shifts you never knew of, you never heard of.
You're playing 5,000 feet away from home plate because they'll rake it,
Yeah.
and then you can't even throw it into the infield.
So since we're here, 4 guys across or have a rover right
Yeah,
now.
You got it. It depends on the situation. Depends on
Oh,
who's
don't hit
hitting.
me with that. What kind of guy are you?
4 cross.
Oh, thank you.
Overall, if you have 4 good outfielders, you can go 4 cross, and you could split like one a little shorter.
Yeah.
Not like a full blown rover, but also as an infielder, sometimes I do hate the rover because I feel like they're on my back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can get to where they are. So anything that's like, as long as it's not like a quick little line drive, like if it's a little looper, like I can get there.
Yeah.
So I know that like what they're doing is like not useless, but it's a spot
near.
it's a spot that I can get to. But
Yeah.
sometimes, especially in softball, sometimes it's like they're gonna hit it right where a rover would be.
Right.
Yeah.
And that sucks because I'm like, I could have had like somebody could have been there.
Yeah.
But most of the time when you have the rover, you put the rover in the wrong spot by at least 3 feet. So it doesn't really matter anyway.
No, I get you. And that's right around the corner. The season's right around the corner, dude. We got another.
We're gonna start in like April or May. Hopefully we don't get like 10 rainouts this year.
Yeah, that was bad. I went to Honduras and came back to like 6 rainouts. And I didn't miss a game, which was insane.
Yeah.
But it's coming up. Spring's coming up here soon. We're flying by this winter.
Feeling
kinda.
like spring.
It is. So what you got going on this spring and summer? You got anything that you're like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing this year, or I got something planned big time?
Don't really have plans this year.
Really?
No. Might do a family vacation Memorial Day weekend.
Nice.
Maybe.
Okay.
But no real plans.
No real plans. Would you rather just plan something, or are you like last second, let's just go do
No,
this?
definitely not last second because Precious would not like that.
No?
No, can't do that. Not with a wife.
Okay.
No, it got to be planned out a little bit.
Yeah.
There's a concert that she wants to go to at the end of April, but it's looking like it's not going to work out because it's Nashville. And now we just got a wedding invite for one of my cousins. It's the same week.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But our birthdays are in March, so we'll do something. I don't think we'll go anywhere, but we'll do something.
Yeah. So, okay, we had this conversation a few weeks ago. We went back and forth on it. So all I'm going to ask you is, if you could be one person, okay, would you rather be
one person?
Yeah, just who these two are, okay?
Okay.
Would you rather be Spider-Man
Oh.
or Batman?
Oh my goodness.
I'm not judging.
It's
You're
even
not
close.
judging?
No,
It's
not
not even
judging.
close.
It's not close at all.
It's not. So now my answer is going to be wrong. I don't want to answer the
Whoa.
question.
Well, one of us is on one side of the spectrum, and one of us is on the other side.
And they're both not close.
No.
Yeah.
Like not at all.
Well, because he's weird, bro.
Okay.
Oh, that's your reasoning
Because you're weird.
No, it's
okay.
He's gonna
It
say
makes
mine.
so much
Okay.
sense.
Spider-Man. So, reason I say that, how cool would it be just to like shoot webs out of your hands
That's
and
what
just
I
fly
said.
around?
You're
Okay.
just rich.
Y'all just want to be high schoolers the rest of your life. That's fine.
Batman, cool. That's cool though. Like it's a tough call.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not to
It's
me.
tough. No, it's tough. It's
Okay.
tough.
This is my,
It's not like I would take one way over the other.
No,
I would rather take the Batmobile over shooting.
The
webs.
Batmobile would be pretty sweet.
And
But shooting webs out of your
swinging
hand,
webbing around New York
swinging anywhere in the
City,
world,
for
anywhere
real
in the world.
fire.
I don't. Does Spider-Man actually have like fighting skills though?
I mean, it's super strength.
No. Really?
Yes.
He has super strength. We're gonna say
I
that.
guess so.
He might have super strength in his hands, but not like, oh, that guy's big.
No, there's
What do you
like
mean super
there's
strength.
picking up buses and stuff for sure.
Oh yeah, well like with the web. Like does he
No,
do that with
without the
web?
webs too.
Does
Like
he?
he'll just pick up a whole stinging bus.
Did I miss some Spider-Man stuff?
Bro.
I might have. I might
Spider-Man,
have.
he's
He's not
watching.
like Hulk, but
No.
he's like way
Got some
stronger than the
strength.
average human.
Well, obviously, if he's a superhero, he better have a
Superpower. Well, yeah,
I mean, Batman
superpowers.
don't got a superpower. Here we go. Got him.
So what does Batman got for
tell me.
for
Tell me right now.
abilities?
See this thing up here? Literally none of them have it. They just except for
Yeah.
Tony, Big Tony,
Spider-Man's
Rest in
like
peace,
character
Tony
is
has it.
smart. He's like a genius high schooler.
high schooler,
He made the
High
webs.
school.
high schooler.
Can Batman make webs?
No.
He can't.
If he wanted to, he probably could.
No, he couldn't.
No.
He did not in his, but he could make a gadget though.
I
Oh
don't
yeah,
think
he could
so.
probably make a gadget.
Okay, but the smartest,
No, he
Batman
just
is
paid
a
for a
smarter
gadget.
person.
Yeah.
You just said the most intellectual high schooler, so he's definitely. If he was one grade above, he wouldn't be smart, right? If he's in his college realm, he's just a normal person.
No, he's just a
He's
bona
a
fide
genius.
Yeah.
So he's just a genius.
Yes.
But he's just
But
in
he's
high
just
school.
he's just in high school. That's what we say. He's just a high school genius.
Okay. So here's my question: Does he ever grow up, or do you like if you see Spider-Man now, right? Do you always see him as that kid, or do you see him like eventually like grown up like this first Spider-Man type deal? You know how like the first Spider-Man he was a little bit older. He was right, or the second Spider-Man. One of that
They were
what's
all in
going
high
on?
school, I thought.
Yeah, unless some of the new ones that I haven't seen like all the new ones.
All the Tom Holland ones, he's in high school.
Why does the old ones make it look like he's like 30 though?
Well, that's because Tobey Maguire was 30 trying to play a high schooler.
Yeah, that probably is why.
Who's the best Spider-Man?
Tom Holland.
I don't know. I'm not answering that.
That's a hot take.
So how much is Syracuse losing by tonight?
So we're watching 7 North Carolina to play Syracuse right now.
Yikes.
The North Carolina will probably win by 20.
I want to say Syracuse will compete because I like Syracuse, but no, they suck.
I think I'm about to witness a 30 piece.
Only minus 8.5 for UNC.
That's really the line.
Yeah.
Put the house on it right now, Matt. Right now, do it.
Put that-
We're 15-9.
We're 10th in the ACC.
Yeah, we're
Are you
trash.
Syracuse too?
Am I Syracuse?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like a Syracuse fan.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up watching it, so like that's.
Whatever.
But I'm not a Syracuse fan. Like I'm all Florida stuff.
It's already 3-0.
It's all
This is
Gators.
behind.
All right. Recap time. Super Bowl recap time. Thoughts?
Pretty crazy Super Bowl.
I think it was very overhated.
Overheated.
Like the first time I went on Instagram and clicked the comments of any Super Bowl post, it was all hate.
Well, I feel like Taylor Swift didn't help that.
I can't look at
But
any
also,
comment sections on Instagram.
why did I see an Instagram post that had Taylor Swift's airtime, like the amount of time that she was shown
it was like-
combined, it was like 54 seconds.
Yeah.
Like,
People
why
keep
is that a
track of
thing?
that.
That shouldn't be a thing. It was a good Super Bowl. Crazy that it went to overtime.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about the 49ers players thinking that they didn't know the overtime rules?
No, that's a horrible excuse. Worst excuse I've ever heard of.
Like, come on. Like,
the
did you hear what the
overtime
Chiefs? Did you hear what some of the Chiefs players said?
They
They're like, yeah, we talked about it once a week in the playoffs, and
Yep.
Super Bowl we talked about it twice. Like, what our
Yeah.
strategy would be.
rules. Right.
So, like, how do you like? If that's true that the 49ers didn't know what the overtime rules
That's a
really were,
bad
that's a
look.
bad look
Bad
for
look.
Kyle Shanahan.
for sure.
Terrible.
I don't
For
think
sure.
it's Kyle Shanahan.
I don't think- no, it's
I
not
think
all
the
him.
player. Like if only a few of them are saying it, I think that's more like you guys weren't paying attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of deal.
Still, it's not a
Yeah,
good
it's
look.
not a good look at all.
But granted, the rules have changed. I didn't know because the regular season rules and the playoff rules are different. I guess I didn't know that if a team scored a touchdown, like the first team scored a touchdown, I didn't know that you would still get a possession as the other team.
Yeah.
You would.
Yeah,
But you
because ever
did.
since like the Bills,
Yeah.
Chiefs, they were like, yeah,
But
we're
It's
gonna
the
do
Josh
it.
Allen
in the
rule.
regular season, isn't it still in the regular season though that if the first team to possess scores a touchdown,
Yeah,
it's over.
So they only did it for. I don't know why they did this. I feel like they should have flipped it for a year instead of going straight to playoffs. I think they should have tested this in the regular season.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Tried
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
okay,
for
do
sure.
we like it? And
I feel like they
not
should just have the same
rules for
overtime
both.
rules
Yeah.
for the whole.
the
I
whole
agree.
year.
But if they were to do it like they just did it,
Yeah.
they made it sound like they're like, oh, we're only going to do this for the playoffs, only
Yeah.
for the play.
Yeah.
that doesn't make any
That's
sense.
weird.
But how soon are we going to get college rules in the NFL for overtime?
Dude, I was thinking about that.
Do you think we will?
I would love to see it.
I don't think we will.
I don't think we will
I
either.
think
Oh, wait, are you guys not fans of that?
no, I am.
Okay.
But I don't think they will because it just
How
takes
much
out.
different are the college rules
So the
to
college
the new ones?
the college rules are each team gets a possession,
Yeah.
and they start on the 25 going in.
Oh.
And so basically, you're already in field goal range.
Yeah, nah.
So I mean, the NFL would probably have to start like the 35, just so like you're on the edge of field goal
Yeah.
range. Like if you get sacked, like you may not be able to kick a field goal.
Yeah.
But I don't know that they'll do it just because it takes out the special teams more of the special teams aspect.
So would you rather have that, right? Or the XFL, you can go for 3. where you
No,
back
that's
it
I
up?
think that's silly.
Well, which one? So you'd rather have the college football?
Yeah.
Would you rather? Because you've seen the XFL where it's
Yeah.
been like you get a +3 or +4.
Yeah, depending on how far back
How far back? What would you? You just don't like both of them.
I don't. Well, because I think starting on the 25 is stupid.
Yeah. Here's my question though. What would have happened if that time ran out and the Chiefs didn't score there? Did it?
We were talking
because
We
I
were
was like
freaking out.
I was
dude.
like, doesn't it just reset itself as like a new, not a new
That's
quarter,
what I
but like a
thought.
new like overtime? Like it like goes to back to a kickoff. Like it's not like
oh,
a
is
new
that how
quarter.
it works?
I think they almost made it sound like it goes to like the next quarter.
Just extended time because
Yeah.
the Chiefs technically didn't finish.
But
the
that would be
possession.
that to me. That would be
Oh.
stupid.
That would be stupid. But then like
Because then there's no point in like time management.
No, I
Yeah,
think
that's
it
true.
is.
you
I
would.
think it just rolls to another 10 and they flip the field. That's what I thought happened. But we were like, does that?
yeah,
'cause
we were
of
freaking out.
The rule change. We were like, is this just gonna be like one play, like shot clock type of
Yeah.
play here, and they just went off that? Are they that confident? But I think it restarts and they flip the field.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause the way they were
that's-
so nonchalant about it, I was
Exactly.
like,
They have
100%,
to.
Yeah,
But to me, that's
Okay.
dumb because like, why would you do that? Because that's basically like restarting 4 quarters.
yeah, yeah.
And then you're just playing until whoever scores the second.
So there is no-
second
I-
touchdown.
I think it was more for the what's the 24 clock violation?
The shot clock.
Shot clock.
It's not shot clock violation, but it's
Oh, the play clock.
play
Oh,
clock.
oh,
Yeah.
oh.
It's the play clock violation. I
Yeah.
think they were more concerned about because you can't just have. But if there's, I don't know.
The way they played it would have made it seem like that they would have continued
Yeah.
where they were
Right.
had the time ran out. Had they
Yeah.
not made that play,
Yeah.
time ran out, they would have got another play there in the next
Yeah.
overtime quarter.
Yeah, 'cause
which
we were
to me is
freaking out
silly.
'cause they had 2 timeouts and they were like
Weren't
literally
using them.
waiting
Yeah.
for it. To,
Mhm.
like, and I was like,
I was
what
like,
is
oh, they're
going
just.
on?
I was thinking they're just running the time down so they
Yeah.
didn't give San Fran like too much.
Yeah,
that game was sloppy in the beginning too. I
Yeah,
mean,
the
the
first half was
like we were
bad, I'm
talking
not
about the
gonna lie.
jitters, dude. How many
Yeah.
fumbles and just ugly plays?
I didn't see McCaffrey's fumble.
it was first.
I know it was first drive because I didn't get home yet. I was still
Oh,
listening
okay.
to it in the car.
Yeah,
Okay.
But was it like punched out or was it just like?
It was a touch and then someone else pulled it out.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Like he was like already getting tackled and someone just ripped it.
It felt like he had like 7 carries already though.
Yeah.
Like
but no, he was running.
He was,
And
no,
he's
he
a
was.
beast. I don't know.
Yeah.
He like doesn't fumble ever.
No,
I think but I'm all for like just letting CMC cook.
Yeah.
But then Debo needs to get the ball. You need to run the trick plays. Like
Yeah. For Kittle only to have 1 catch or maybe hit 2.
Yeah.
For less than 10 yards the whole game.
let's just talk about
That's
that.
tough.
Kittle not having a ring because of Patrick Mahomes.
That sucks.
Both times. Like just
well, I mentioned that to you
deja
before.
vu.
Like whoever comes out of the AFC will most likely win the Super Bowl while Patrick Mahomes is in the NFL.
100%.
Most
Like
likely.
if this Niners team could not beat Patrick Mahomes
I don't
and
know
the
who
Chiefs,
can.
who can?
Yeah. Because the Niners is the most like star-studded like roster-wise.
Yeah.
If you go down like their entire roster, they have so much star power.
Mhm.
So
And
Yeah, and for the 49ers not to capitalize in the first half and the start of the third when they had the opportunity to just like go up by 14,
yeah,
21, like they blew it, but that would have been their time.
yeah.
And
They,
at
they
that
had
point, it's
so many
almost,
chances too.
it's almost like too late. Like they picked off Mahomes' first drive of the second half.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They could have gone up 17-3.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then also, I don't know who's on the punt. They hit the guy's foot, and then like the Chiefs recovered the
Yeah.
ball.
Yeah,
Like
that
that's
was-
another blown
that was
opportunity.
ugly.
Yeah.
No, okay, with Dre Greenlaw out as well.
Yeah.
That
Did
was
you
BS.
see that?
Yeah,
Like right when
Yes.
he was like jumping and then ran on the field,
Yeah.
I was like right away. I was like, "That's an Achilles."
yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Like, damn, that
Yeah,
sucks. But it was gonna if it went then, it was gonna go anyway
Yeah.
Yeah,
in the
that's
game.
true.
It sucks for him though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, you think that it would have gone eventually, kind of
Yeah,
deal?
I
Like,
think
is that
so, for
how it
sure.
works?
I feel like if it goes that like
Yeah, it was pretty
easily,
easy. Yeah,
like no, I mean I get Achilles is usually a non-contact thing,
Yeah.
but if it goes that easily, like it had been having a lot of stress on it, and I feel like it was close.
yeah. Because like I'm at like if he went out to that first defensive play and tried to hit one explosive like
Mhm.
burst, it's probably the same thing would have happened, in my opinion.
I think he was the guy though.
Yeah,
would've-
that was tough.
He was definitely
Yeah.
a game changer for that defense.
yeah,
for
just
sure.
for Fred Warner to take on his responsibility
Yeah.
as well. Forget about it.
Their defense is crazy.
Oh yeah,
It was
From-
unbelievable.
From
Then they had
top to bottom.
Chase Young and
Yeah, Nick
Nick
Bosa.
Bosa. Nick Bosa is
Javon
huge.
Hargrave.
Just a
I
beast.
actually saw like pictures of him warming up
Just a
pregame. I'm
beast.
like that. It's like unreal.
Are we going to talk about him getting warmed up during the national anthem?
Did he do it?
What you mean?
Remember we saw that? The national anthem was going by. Everyone was like,
Oh, yeah,
this.
that's right.
Chris Jones was crying. Like, there was guys, like, getting into it.
yeah.
Then Chase Young's just like this.
Yeah.
Chase Young.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is this dude not?
Does
like,
he not care?
Does he? Like,
He's not moved by this moment at all.
Literally. It was wild.
Like,
That's
nah, like,
crazy.
America, hold on. Let me just, like, get my little
Yeah.
warm up in.
Yeah.
But,
Wait, did you hear about the 49ers lineman that blamed his
Yes.
teammate for missing the assignment on the 3rd and 5
Former Chris Jones blew up Brock Purdy.
yeah, and he threw it in the end zone, right?
Yeah, that was like the 3rd and 5 in overtime that they had to kick a field goal for.
Oh, okay.
So one of the 49ers linemen went on Twitter and basically like said a quick chop block like would have done the trick. And then like blasting his own teammate. And then his own teammate like said like, are you like, this is crazy. And then he said he was hungover.
Yeah. So the
Like,
offensive line
hungover.
was hungover.
Going into the Super Bowl. How
Crazy.
crazy is that you get hungover the
Crazy.
night before the biggest game of your career?
Yeah.
Like I get it. Like you want to take the
Yeah.
Get the nerves out.
get the nerves out,
sure.
but hungover,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Especially to play offensive line the whole game.
No
Against
way.
Chris Jones? You got to be kidding.
That's your only miss
Dude,
too.
he might be
Yeah.
stone cold sober. Like, maybe he was drinking because he had to guard Chris Jones the
Maybe.
whole night.
Yeah,
He
Yeah,
was
no,
like,
no.
wait,
Take
who?
the pain away.
Yeah, he's like, let me get the left side, right side. Oh, Chris Jones.
Nope.
Hey, bartender.
But no, he pulled on that play, and I don't know if
Yeah.
he was supposed to or their whatever they did on their offensive line on that 3rd and 5 was
yeah.
not good.
Okay, are we gonna talk about Travis Kelce bumping into Andy Reid?
What happened? I didn't
He was
even
just tell-
see it, and then I
Yeah.
saw like all the stuff blow up on like Instagram.
Yeah, he was just telling Andy Reid that he loved him.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all.
That's all I was doing.
Did you see in the after the post?
No, that's
Yes,
what he
yeah,
said.
I know.
That's what he
Yeah.
said.
I
But
know.
like, okay, I get he wasn't on. He wasn't.
So
in that
he
play.
was he just pissed that he wasn't in on the the play that Pacheco fumbled.
Yeah.
Here was I don't what's their backup tight end? Noah Gray, is that his name? So Noah Gray was in on the play, and Noah Gray was the main blocker for
And he
Pacheco.
missed a block.
And he either missed the block or didn't block well enough, and then Pacheco fumbled. So then like Travis
Kelce was
Kelce,
pissed.
he was like, "Oh, you don't think I can block like on like a crucial play?" So then like the whole game was just playing like just ticked out of his mind because
But he also didn't have that many catches till the second half.
Yeah.
he had one catch for 1 yard.
Yeah,
in the
it
first half.
was. That's
They had the
crazy.
stat thing for halftime, and it was like yards, time of possession. You know how they have like the team
Yeah,
stats, and then they
for
had
sure.
tight end receiving yards at the bottom. And
Yeah.
it was 1 Chiefs,
zero.
0 49ers.
That's great. And they
It
have
was
like the two
wild.
best tight ends in
Yeah.
the league.
Well,
Exactly.
we were talking about that. Is that every team that made it this far into the playoffs and into the Super Bowl have a top 10 tight end.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say like Sam Laporta is definitely a top 4, but you can make the argument.
He
to
had a
say-
really
You can
good
make an
year,
argument
yeah.
for
You know what I mean?
top 6.
Yeah, no,
For sure.
100%. And so these guys don't get paid a whole lot, but like there might be a market push for these guys eventually start making serious bank.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of good tight ends in the league right now too.
Yeah, there is.
There is. Isaiah Likely looked good while Mark
And he was a
Andrews-
backup.
Yeah.
Makes you think about Mark Andrews. His job safe. You know.
Well, one of them's gonna go,
Yeah.
whether it's him or
Yeah,
Likely.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna talk about the pregame first. Post Malone's "America the Beautiful." That was so good.
Wonderful.
You missed out.
Wonderful.
I heard it on the radio.
It was because most, like you get some of them people on there that just
Yeah,
drag
you don't
it.
know what's going.
Yeah.
They don't know what's going on. They think it's.
And so that I was like, but I got one last thing
Yeah, I got one more
just
thing
for
too.
my notes. The upcoming notable free agents for the Kansas City Chiefs is this list: Chris Jones, Willie Gay, L'Jarius Sneed, Tommy Townsend, Mike Edwards, Donovan Smith, Drew Tranquil.
That's a lot of their defense.
Yeah.
If-
they're-
If Mahomes wins another one, dude, I'm just gonna be like, because
This was definitely the toughest run that Mahomes had to go on
sure.
Yeah,
to win a
for
Super
sure.
Bowl.
yeah,
And granted, their defense was lights out
Yeah.
for most of it.
yeah.
But so if they lose if they lose a lot of the defense and have to rebuild the defense,
It ain't.
it's gonna be tough for him. But I'm not counting him out because he is so clutch.
yeah. I think you can't. I don't care.
can
if
never
he
count
has
him
the
out.
Pop Warner team on his as wide receivers. I'm just gonna be like,
Well, yeah, because most of the
What's-
season he had nobody to throw the ball to.
Yeah.
whoa, he had Kadarius Toney.
who is now
I know.
inactive for the last 8 weeks
scratches are
because
crazy.
he went offside 6 times against the
I'm just telling you.
Bills.
So basically, if Mahomes wins another one, go.
If he wins, not right now.
And without them?
Not right now.
Without them. If
Yeah.
they all
Not
go
right
somewhere
now.
else. Not right now. Wins one more with none of these guys. Because, like, yes, I think Trent McDuffie is a top 7
He
corner.
gonna start glazing, bro.
7 corner.
7.
7.
Okay.
Because his rookie year, he was shaky, but I think that's just the rookie vibe. But he's been clamps.
Yeah.
Like, only allowed Tyreek 50-something yards. Stephon Diggs 20 yards. Jalen Waddle 30 yards. And then they played the Ravens, which Zay Flowers just owned everybody except for the punch-out, the fumble that he had.
That's crazy.
He owned everyone but the end zone. So
Yeah.
then they played the Bills, the Dolphins, the Ravens,
And then the Niners.
and the Niners, and just allowed Debo and Ayuk to have.
Yeah, they didn't even have like 100. They didn't even have like 50 combined,
No.
did
They had 50 and 30 maybe.
they? Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
to do that consecutively each week,
Yeah.
that's not fluke to me. So that's like, I might be pushing top 5.
Here we
But
go.
except for that, he said, here we go. So
How many more Super Bowls does Mahomes get into? Not win, get into.
Oh,
He's 28.
2?
He's 28.
He's easily getting into like 4 more, bro.
4.
Getting into him?
Okay, here's the other
4
question. How
for
long
sure.
does Andy Reid coach?
another 3
Another-
years.
You only think 3? How old is he?
I was actually like, he might retire after this one.
What?
No, they were
But
rumors.
hear me out.
Out there?
Hear me out. Hear me out. I think
Yeah,
there was
he said
rumors.
some.
I think there was rumors like early season when they were like struggling, or mid season when they were struggling.
Yeah.
But why would he not want to go out like now or like next year and not get into a Belichick situation?
It's agreed.
Because Belichick, to be honest, Belichick stayed too long.
Oh, 100%.
Like not that he should have gone out when Brady went out, but like he tried to force things after Brady left.
Yeah.
And then now that's his legacy is he had all those great years with Brady, and then he had 4 years after Brady. And
I think that's just enough time, though, to kind of forget about those 4 years.
no, it is.
Yeah.
It is. He had such a great run that you're not when you think about Belichick, you're not going to think about his last 4 years.
Right.
I don't know. A lot
Majority.
of thinking Instagram comments, bro. They're ruthless, bro.
But I don't think Reed will want to end up in that same situation. I think he'll go out. I don't think he'll go out this year because they still have a really good chance to three-peat next year.
Yeah.
But I think next year might be it.
Yeah, so I said 3 years. But Andy Reid, I like probably 2, like you said. I would give him 2, but I could see him pushing 3 because
I could see him dying on the football field.
that's
though.
exactly
Yeah,
where I'm
yeah.
at this point. He'll
Well,
be
and
called play
he might
calling.
want to run it out with Mahomes too. Till
Yeah.
Mahomes is know
Right.
on the down, like
Yeah.
going downhill a little bit,
And what
which
is
could
that?
be 5, 8, 10 years. 10 years would
To
be
me,
crazy.
dude, I don't see him
Yeah.
being.
But I mean, that's what Brady did. Brady played till he was 45. That would be another 17 seasons for Patrick Mahomes.
He getting 8. He getting 8. All right.
That's great. That would be crazy. He's not playing till he's 45.
when does the rushing ability go though for him?
About
What-
33.
Yeah, I was
Really?
gonna say like a good
He's got-
5 or 6
He's got
more
another
years.
4 or 5. You know?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's what I was
he
gonna
had
say.
70 rushing yards against.
He was the
Niners.
leading
He
rusher.
went
for the
off.
Chiefs.
His over under was like 20, and I was like, he's
Yeah.
gonna go over for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Well,
Is-
that's why, bro, the combined for Brock Purdy and Patrick Mahomes, I was like, boys, we all need to be smashing that.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was 50 plus.
Crazy.
But okay, can we talk about how the 49ers and Kyle Shanahan have not won a Super Bowl?
Can we talk about how Kyle Shanahan
Or Kyle
has
Shanahan.
choked all 3 of his Super Bowls?
And he's lost the only 2 overtime Super Bowls in history of Super Bowls.
Dude, he's on suicide watch.
So here's a quick comparison
Straight
I saw today
That's
was
terrible.
Dude,
actually
3 Super Bowls and choking all
But-
3.
So-
Well,
okay,
is that
so-
really on him though. Like if
Yes.
if McCaffrey doesn't fumble, and if the guy doesn't stinking fumble the punt return,
even after all that, he was still leading the game. They still had.
yeah. So they've blown leads in all 3 of
No,
those
I know
Super
that,
Bowls.
but like I'm saying, if those like 2 turnovers don't happen, like 49ers are probably champions here.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Most likely. But
So that's not on Kyle
those
Shanahan
things
though.
happened before even having the lead.
Yeah, they still had a
the lead.
10-point lead when both those things happened.
Yeah. And to not just be like, because there was one drive, Brock Purdy went like 1 for 7 with negative yards.
He was bad on third down.
Bad.
Like I think he had 3 completions on third down all night.
I was gonna say I think they were like 2 and 9 or like 3 and 9 and like.
Because this for me was if Brock Purdy wins this, he's getting a contract.
Oh, he's still gonna get a contract.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't think it's still
not a huge, and he's not gonna get like $55 million, but he's
be up there.
He's still gonna get like 35, 40. Think about it. Dak's getting like 50.
I know, but here's the thing. I don't know, because of how all these ridiculous contracts, I can't see him getting less than 40.
No, he's not gonna get less than 40.
Unless he pulls a Kirk Cousins, which Kirk Cousins the only guy that does that in the league, it feels like.
Yeah. But
I mean, honestly, Patrick Mahomes been dishing out some money just to keep some of the guys. Come on now.
Sorry, yeah, he didn't take a 70. He took a 50.
Dude, that gets you some quality though.
But
that gets you quality.
Tom Brady could have been making double
$80 million this year.
Yeah, wait, what?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
He's not kidding.
No, he could have probably been making 70.
Tom Brady took half of the contract every single time just so he can get more people.
But here's my thing: can NFL players do what baseball players do and defer their whole contract?
Ooh, good question.
Because you know about Ohtani's contract with the Dodgers, he's getting paid $2 million a year for the next 10 years, and then the rest of his $500 million contract is coming 20 years down the road.
I thought Jalen Hurts did something like that. No,
I don't know what his contract actually looks like.
Jalen Hurts,
but I know they can. I know they can I know they can spread it out where they start start at 30 and then he ends his last couple years is in the 60s.
Okay.
But I don't know if they can go all the way down to league minimum or
I thought
whatever.
Jalen Hurts did something along the lines of either he didn't take all the money he could have gotten, or I thought he did something that was pretty unselfish, and then he gave you guys a little bit more.
Well, they always restructure contracts too.
For sure.
Players can defer their contract for no more than 75% of the player's salary after $2 million. No more than 50 for below $2 million. So
they can defer 75% of it.
So they can, but it's
crazy.
not
it's not
Shohei where it's
right.
actually 90%.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I think that should be illegal, but that's a whole other discussion.
Yeah.
Deferring
that much money on a contract for Ohtani, because the Dodgers are making out right now. Think about
100%.
it. Well, they're going to pay for it in 15 years.
Why doesn't every player do that with their contract? That's my question.
I don't know.
Why do guys take
It's becoming more popular.
Is it just because of impatience?
They want the money now.
Is that kind of
Yeah, 100%.
But back to Kyle Shanahan. I saw this thing on Instagram today that had a comparison for Kyle Shanahan. Because Kyle Shanahan has now lost in the NFC Championship and the Super Bowl a few times. The comparison actually goes back to Andy Reid when Andy Reid was in Philly. 01, 02, 03, 04, Reid lost 3 NFC championships in a row and a Super Bowl. His first Super Bowl win was his next Super Bowl. Kyle Shanahan lost the Super Bowl, 2 NFC championships, and a Super Bowl again since 2019. So does he win his next one?
Is his name Kyle Shanahan?
Yeah.
No.
Same thing. Almost same thing as Andy Reid, though.
No, but okay, look at Andy Reid's roster he had with the Philadelphia Eagles.
They were stacked.
And look at the one with the Niners.
Both stacked teams.
Dude, stacked.
The fact that,
so the Niners
but
were
also the
crazy,
fact that
but-
the Eagles didn't win a Super Bowl one of those years,
Yeah.
is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
But Tom Brady.
I really don't believe. But this is the same thing we're in because his next Super Bowl will probably be Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
If Chris Jones leaves, though, I don't know, bro.
It's a lot closer. A lot closer. And a lot closer.
I think a lot of
But-
those guys might dip.
But which team in the AFC would realistically beat the Chiefs next year?
I'm never counting Joe Burrow out, dude. I'm not gonna lie to
Okay,
you.
I'm
Joe
gonna
Burrow did it once. He'll do it again.
Not the Ravens, they're frauds. Bills, frauds. I'm more scared of the Chiefs playing the Texans, how they're looking on the come up, than I am.
They need a at
This
least
is glazing over here.
Tell me.
I'm not scared of CJ Stroud, to be honest.
he needs some more experience.
You're
What if he has a
you're
dud year
scared of
this
the
year?
Ravens?
No, if I'm Patrick Mahomes, I'm not scared of anybody.
I know, but like for a team, like
I would be afraid of the guy that beat me before, Joe Shiesty. Would you not?
So you think Joe Burrow has the best chance of beating?
100%.
Really?
Because I might be a little bit biased, but I still think Joe Burrow, a healthy Joe Burrow, is still like top 3.
But if he gets back healthy, I don't think he's the same quarterback he was 2 years ago.
So the Bengals,
just because of all the injuries he's had.
Yeah, the Bengals are going to franchise tag T. Higgins if there's not a deal, right?
You think?
That's what they're saying. Yeah.
Okay.
Meaning they got to pay Jamar next. This is the last year.
They got like one more
for
run.
Bengals.
Because I'm going to say something that's going to like make him seem like he's a bad quarterback, but I feel like he's been blessed with talent around him for the last few years.
100%.
And I want to see a year where he only has one wide receiver one. Like Joe Mixon, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, solid O-line, not great. His first 2 years were bad, but like last year was good. He was just hurt. Like I want to see a full year of, because even the Rams run, like when he played the Rams in the Super Bowl, that offensive line was decent. It wasn't good. Like
he got sacked like 7 times. As
Aaron Donald was on that team. Like I can't.
Aaron Donald though.
Old
Aaron Donald.
That was after all defensive player of the years.
He's like only like 31 now.
He was still racking up a cool.
Okay.
He's still like the best defensive tackle in the league.
I don't know. I think Chris Jones is really it now.
Yeah.
They've been but he goes wherever he wants. So this is a problem. Okay, I can get your theory. I'm just looking at potential in the ceiling of things now at this point because you don't need a floor guy against Mahomes. You need a guy who has ceiling. I think CJ has it. And with the picks they have, the cap they have, actually, they have like the 3rd highest cap in the league right now, or salary cap. I'm pretty confident if they get some studs coming up, they're chilling, dude. Like, people don't realize, like, Texans are going to be dangerous. Not just because of CJ Stroud, but because of the money they have, the picks they have. It's like...
I want to see another year.
You want to see another year?
Yeah.
Really?
Because my also opinion was, I don't think a lot of teams are defensively scheming for Nico Collins and Tank Dell. Like, they're not looking at them like that. Like, it was the same thing with, like, Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase's rookie year was phenomenal. And then the second year kind of dipped a little bit because teams were like, all right, let's
hone in on it.
Yeah, they're still good players.
Oh,
but
100%.
It's just
I think
the game plan changes
100%.
after so many times.
I get it.
But no, I think Stroud's going to be a great quarterback.
Yeah, for sure.
I think his rookie season was a little overhyped potentially. Like he might have a little bit of a fall off year next year.
Yeah, maybe.
Almost like a little bit of a Justin Herbert action, where like everybody. Hold on, let me finish my thought here. First year, Justin Herbert. Do you remember the amount of glazing that was going on with Justin Herbert?
We're gonna update you here.
Oh yeah.
He's in an S tier Herbert hater.
Herbert
I'm like
hater.
I'm like A. Like there's days where I'm like, okay, let's not go that far. He'll go as far as far as you can.
He ain't
go.
top 15 for me.
Do you think Harbaugh revives him?
I think Harbaugh can bring the most potential out of Justin Herbert. Yeah.
What is the most potential? What can Justin?
I think
Herbert
Justin
do?
Herbert can be like a consistent top 8. But I just think he's not consistent enough for me.
I just think he's had a bad run of coaches.
Yeah, I agree.
It doesn't help.
Could he, with the weapons he's gonna be getting here soon?
He won't be top 5.
Can he be making an MVP run?
No.
Can he ever have an MVP run?
I don't think so.
Ever?
No.
Do you see the S tier hating here?
A little bit. I think Harbaugh can do whatever he wants with any quarterback he has and turn them into an MVP quarterback.
I think the guy's just a dog as motivating people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
But, think about what he did with the 49ers, too. Colin Kaepernick took him to a Super Bowl.
But what happens to Harbaugh's legacy if he fails with Justin Herbert?
Not good.
yeah, not good. They both
Not
go down.
good. They both go
This is
down.
a win-win or a lose-lose. There ain't no blame shifting.
Yeah,
At this point.
I think Justin Herbert. I think they're both perfect for each other because I will say Justin Herbert's like pure raw talent and mechanics and everything you're looking at for a quarterback is just perfect.
100%.
But he's just too inconsistent when he's throwing for me. Because the amount of times we witnessed it live, he overthrew so many times. Like Keenan Allen should have had like an easy 5 more touchdowns, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he had Keenan Allen too. Like he still had good weapons.
Yeah.
Around him.
Yeah.
Austin Eckler.
Yeah, he's falling apart.
He's falling apart a little bit, but
He's too worried about fantasy football.
I just love that picture when they were losing to the Raiders by like 55
like,
first down. I'm like, are you kidding me? I saw that pop up again like this week. It was like 63 to it was like 63-7 that game this year, and he literally got a first down late and was like, I'm like, come on, guy.
55 is crazy, dude. But yeah, Chiefs going probably back next year. But
3P.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't see what team out of the NFC that can really like. Are you scared of the Lions? As an Eagles fan, are you like, I hope I don't play them?
No.
Really? Is that with the Niners?
No.
Why y'all? So like, you're not scared of no team?
No.
Like there's
The way that they played at the end of the season, I knew that they were not going to win a playoff game. I'll be completely honest.
No,
I
you
thought
saw the smelling salts. That
I was
Baker
like,
had.
no.
He was like,
Even going into the game,
all right, I lost.
even going into the game, I'm like, nope, no chance. But so also there was this like thing going around like most of the season where it's like every beginning of the game, every Philly fan's like so hyped for the game, and then they're like, what the F is going on like the whole game? And then it's like, oh, we won at the end. And then at the end of the season, it didn't do that. It was just like, what's going on the whole game because they were just so bad. And I was like, yeah, they have no chance. And then they gave me a glimpse of hope before halftime when Devontae Smith caught that touchdown. And I was like,
True. Very true.
maybe coming back. And then they dudded the second half. And I was like, yep, here we go.
Okay.
So, but I think they'll be back. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Kelsey. I think he's done.
Yeah.
He may give it one more run.
Yeah. I was hoping.
I hope he does, but I don't think he will. It'll be interesting to see what they do on defense because Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, both might be gone.
So you can here's this. You can point the blame at any Eagles player right now for the season, and then you could protect one.
Point and protect.
Who are you pointing at? Who are you protecting?
Player, or can I throw in coaches
you
too?
could throw in the fan if you want. You could throw a mascot in there. I don't care who you.
Coaches, I want to throw in everything on defense, and no, not everything on defense. Matt Patricia should have never called plays on anybody's defense in the NFL ever.
Love it.
No, maybe not ever. I'm kidding. He was good in his day, but he's overhyped now. So that was a dumb move.
Yep.
Sean Desai, I thought was a decent move for half the season, and then their defense started sucking. So didn't like it. Brian Johnson, blaming him for the whole offense.
I love it.
Throwing the whole offense on him.
Get him fired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily love Kellen Moore, though. I don't hate him, but I don't know that he's like the guy to revive that offense.
I loved him with the Chargers. He was 30 points a game.
I do like how he's a little more like creative.
No,
like,
not the Chargers. Sorry, the Cowboys.
The Cowboys, yeah.
Yeah.
I do like how he's a little more creative. I feel like the offense that they had this year went stale like halfway through the year, and they just try to do the same things without success.
Yeah.
I'm not going to blame Jalen Hurts.
You're putting the protect button on him.
I'll put the protect button on him.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm just going to say one thing. When I watched the flag football for the Pro Bowl,
You said Jalen Hurts was not that
when
good.
I saw him in, I was like, AFC has a chance. When I saw Baker Mayfield come in, I was like,
He also
we
just
lost.
almost broke his finger like a month ago, too. So how is he actually throwing the ball?
That's his
Like,
fault for playing Week 18, though. You
Yeah,
gotta
no,
admit
he
that
shouldn't have
was
played.
dumb.
He shouldn't have played.
What, was there any thought to that?
No, he should have. They had a chance to win the division had the Cowboys lost to the Commanders. So they were playing for something.
Yeah.
But at the point of the game where he injured his finger, they were already down like 14 points.
Yeah.
Like, and they had been playing bad the weeks before that.
That
Pull
was
him.
against the Giants, right?
Yeah, against the Giants. They just pull him.
Yeah.
Like, there's no point.
Right.
You're down 14. The Cowboys were up at that point. It's like you knew the Cowboys weren't going to lose to the Commanders either. Just pull him. But then he breaks his finger.
So I'm just starting beef. I'm just gonna start like trying to pick everything apart. Pick a receiver right now: AJ Brown or Devontae Smith
For the next 2 years, Devontae Smith. He can catch any ball in the world.
AJ can't, right?
AJ's got not too much muscle. No, he's got too much going on upstairs where he is too much of a hothead, and wants the ball more than anybody. Devontae Smith could care less. And as skinny and as small as he looks and, like, does not look like he should be in the NFL, somehow he makes catch after catch, and I'm just like, I'd want that guy on my team.
So I'm hearing here that you don't want him. So I'll propose a trade.
No, I want to keep A.J. Brown, but...
I didn't hear that from... I was hearing something else. I'm a desperate Patriots fan, so I was just going to throw in...
You're going to throw in a first-round pick for him? We'll take it.
No, definitely. Maybe a third-rounder and a hot dog or something, but... No. Half-eaten tuna sandwich? What do you want? Talk to me.
I don't think they would take anything less than a second. But I don't think they're
they
going
would
to trade
consider
a
a second.
Maybe.
Really?
Maybe. They did give up a decent amount for him. But they also kind of fleeced the Titans. Because the Titans ended up trading or drafting another wide receiver that was his replacement that dudded.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to say dudded for Treylon Burks.
You think?
I think he's a good player.
You just think it's the quarterbacks?
Yeah. When you're happy that Will Levis had one game.
I know.
And he looked
That one game was fire.
Yeah.
But that's the problem with them is that they need O-line. And I think after the next few years they'll get O-line and then grab a quarterback. But by that time he'll be gone, I think. So
yeah. I don't know. I don't know if AJ Brown's coming back. He deleted everything off of social media at one point, like right after the season.
The Eagles, right?
I think he did, but he also like deleted everything related to the Eagles off of Instagram, off of Twitter, and like he had some beef. But then he came out and was like doing interviews like after like they were cleaning out their lockers and stuff, and was like in support of Sirianni and everything. So I'm like, that's interesting.
Yeah, dude, man.
So I don't know what's gonna happen, but if they keep him, great. If they trade him,
At least get some value.
at least get some value out of him when he's still,
100%.
up there.
100%.
Don't wait till he's worth a 5th round pick or a 7th round pick.
Yeah. No, for sure. Do you have any other questions?
I'm good,
Do you
man.
have any questions or topics? Okay, we're all at a stare off right now. Yeah, I want to hear your predictions for a World Series too, because what I want to do is get MLB now, get out the way,
MLB now?
get out the way now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll bring you back on in like August,
In August.
and we'll do NFL after the draft, after
After free agency.
all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to throw you in the dark right now with no info. So we'll do that right now with the MLB.
The Rangers they're going to be loaded for a couple years.
They will.
The Orioles, they're loaded too.
Okay.
I don't know. The Dodgers, that's just unfair.
That's just the cap. That's just
unfair. So I think I want to say the Dodgers will get there because I don't know who beats them. But also at the same point, like the Padres were so bad that I also want to, just because I hate the Dodgers, want to say that the Dodgers are going to flop, especially in the playoffs.
Okay.
But I don't think they will. So Dodgers, and I'll say Orioles. World Series.
That's a good one.
The Orioles need their pitching to catch up.
Yeah.
They did trade for Corbin Burns. That was a good move. They didn't give up that much.
No.
But they're still like one starter, I think, like short of being like
so.
an elite
Do you think
team.
Do you think Jackson Holiday should be bumped up? Just to see where he's at?
He will be by midseason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring
him up.
That's a.
What is he doing in the minors? What is he doing in the minors? Bring him up.
Yeah.
Like to me, he's probably up there with like maybe even like Harper, Trout when they were like coming up.
Oh, okay.
No, not right now. Like the amount
Yeah,
of like talent that he has
For
at
sure.
that young of an age,
For
like
sure.
he's there.
Yeah.
So why leave him in the minors when he could
Love it.
rake or not
Orioles and
rake?
Dodgers. What a fire World Series.
I want to say the Yankees are gonna at least make the championship series, the ALCS.
See, that's the thing. I think every year with the Yankees, I'm just going to speak from an MLB fan. I'm not going to speak from a Patriots fan. Red Sox fan here. I think this is the year for the Yankees.
It has to be. Honestly, it has to be.
Like, there's been so many years where I'm like, they're just going to do it again. It's going to be, they're going to be garbage for what they have. But there's just a feeling in me that's going to be like,
This year,
might
like,
do it.
has to be it because they're gonna have to pay Soto.
Yeah.
Soto's in a contract year.
Yep.
Judge is getting up there. I think Judge is now on the downturn of
Really?
his prime.
Okay.
I think he peaked with his 62.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I'd love to see him hit 65 this year, but I don't think he will.
All right, let's calm it down.
But no, I think it's this year or like not never, but this year, or it could be a while again for the Yankees.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna say the Yankees make it.
Oh boy.
I know. I don't want to say it, but there's just, you know how you get that feeling?
Yeah.
This is what I'm getting right now. It's either them. It's going to be someone from the AL East. I'm just going to say
the Yankees could finish 3rd or 4th in the AL East.
I know.
It's so crazy.
I don't care what nobody says. The NL West is not like the AL East. We have the best division.
Yeah, AL East by far.
And it's not close.
No.
I'm not going to have
even when the Orioles were like down in the dumps the last couple years, not before last year, obviously, or not last year, but before that.
And we're the worst team.
Yeah, the Red Sox are the worst team
and
now.
We're middle, we're ranked 18th right now, which for a last place team,
you should be ranked.
We're the worst team in the division. If any five seed of your division wants to go tit for tat, let's play. I think we should have our own World Series in the 5 round.
For the worst team, worst teams in the division.
Let's
the losers bracket.
There you go.
Bracket, you get the better draft pick. Something, throw it in there because I'm sick of being down here, dude. I don't like being down here, but I can get with that. I'm just gonna say Yankees and give me the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks go back. I just want to see him win one.
That'd be cool.
Except for that, do you want to predict something? Real quick?
I have no idea.
Just throw a random one out there.
I don't even know who's in what.
Just send it.
Send it.
Just send it.
Send it.
Do it.
Dodgers, Rangers, if that's even.
Yeah, that's what that would do it.
That would.
Is that right?
Because actually, the Rangers just won it last year.
Yeah.
Well, I know that.
Yep.
Dodgers are in the other
And I
league.
know Dodgers.
that would actually be a fire World Series.
Because
That would be a nice World Series.
The only thing I've followed and know is that Dodgers got Ohtani. So
yeah,
that's all I know.
No, Ohtani got the Dodgers.
Literally got them.
He said, "Prank him, John."
For real. So that's all we have. Eric, thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate it so much. We're gonna have you back on in August when everything is cleared up. We want real predictions here. We're gonna go divisions. We're going to go Super Bowl winners. We're going to do it all. MVP, everything.
Hit the meanest parlay of our lives.
We're going to hit the
about a 35
You're gonna tell us a
legger.
parlay. I'm going to put my bank account on it, and I'm going to blame you after it doesn't hit.
No.
Okay.
No.
I won't blame you, but I will put it down.
This is not financial advice.
No.
So we appreciate you so much, dude. We love
Absolutely.
you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure. And so we hope you guys enjoyed. We hope you guys loved this episode. We hope that you guys have a safe weekend. Don't go crazy. Just hang out with family, do your thing, and follow the socials. But except for that, that's all we have. So we'll see you guys next week.
See you guys.
Bye.